Hi, everybody, and welcome back on this lovely sunny Sunday. At least here it is. Anyway, as you who watch my videos regularly will know, I've been promising something fairly big. Well, the process is much slower than anticipated, and other than the papers, documents, and replies taking longer than I anticipated, the big move from my cottage to a rental home is also nearing fast. But in a few weeks, I'll tell you more about my decision to sell my home. Anyway, one of the big things I wanted to talk to you about was Lilibet. Where she is, who she is, whether she even exists, and so on. Well, I had friends, subscribers, acquaintances, a whole crowd out there trying to find anything they can. We did almost everything but go knock on the door of the Montecito property and ask to see the child. I don't think the security would have allowed us to go that far, but never mind. I've been in contact with people in Montecito, Santa Barbara, the United States, and the United Kingdom, and still the information remains thin or sketchy, and the status quo remains basically the same. No one has yet seen Lilibet Diana. There are no reports from celebrity friends that they've seen the baby, no reports from people in Montecito, LA, Santa Barbara. Anyway, I did, however, receive a report from a gentleman who lives a short distance from the Harkles that he drives past the estate at least twice on a daily basis. And although he has seen Megan, usually accompanied by a man, whom we can assume to be a bodyguard, drive out of the property, he has not once seen any indication of a child or children being in the vehicle. Not a child seat, nothing. People in Montecito have also caught glimpses of her, but never with a child or children since Lily's supposed birth. Then came another tidbit. As far as we could ascertain, the baby had not been seen by a single GP or pediatrician in the Santa Barbara or Montecito area either. Yes, maybe an appointment was made in a different name and the child was brought in by security or nanny to hide her identity from curious receptionists, blah, blah, blah. That is all possible, and hence I am saying as far as we could ascertain. But that is just odd, isn't it? As far as I remember, we as mothers took our babies to pediatricians or our GP or some facility to be checked up on to make sure that they progress as they should. Anyway, the status quo on the birth certificate remains the same. Nothing has changed and no trace of a registration for Lilibet Diana can be found, and authorities are still adamant that the one we saw is fake. But now there's something else, and this is the reason why I find it particularly odd that the baby may not be seeing a pediatrician regularly. And it may also add to our suspicion that Meghan Markle did not give birth to either of her children herself. Someone had gone and analyzed photographs of Meghan, and in particular her hands, and found that it is very likely that she has a condition called hypermobility. This means that a person's joints have an unusually large range of movement. It is a inherited condition, and its main cause being changes to collagen, a type of protein in the body found in ligaments. Not enough collagen in the body makes joints loose and stretchy, as to whether Meghan can or could pass this condition onto her children if they have her DNA is not a certainty, but there's a good possibility that she could. That is, if they have her DNA. So what, you say? So she may be able to bend and be more supple than other people. Well, no, there are the possibility of rather severe complications from the condition, and an email from a subscriber explaining the effect of hypermobility on her health and well-being, and in particular on her pregnancies, put me on a path to look into the condition a bit more. As a matter of interest, Megan's friend Jamila Jamil has admitted to having EDS, which is just short for Ehlers-Danlos syndrome or hypermobility. The syndrome can also be classified as JHS, joint hypermobility syndrome. I found quite a number of different studies, but I was particularly interested in the effects of pregnancy. A French study found that women with EDS or JHS has a higher rate of cesarean births, premature births, spontaneous abortion, and women with EDS or JHS will experience a higher level of pain, back and joint pain, during pregnancy. They are also more likely to suffer from tears, may be resistant to the effects of local anesthetics, and will thus gain no benefit from an epidural. Premature births will, of course, be due to early dilation or the premature rupture of membranes and thus premature labor. It is also likely that the pelvis may feel unstable, making walking and bearing the weight of the baby potentially very painful. I'm not going to go into the full list of possible complications before, during, and after pregnancy in women with EDS or JHS, but suffice it to say that such a pregnancy is indeed seen as a high-risk pregnancy and requires special treatment and awareness. Factors like age and ethnicity also plays a large role. A geriatric pregnancy is already deemed a high-risk pregnancy. Now add EDS and JHS, and we do have a rather serious situation on our hands. Now, before I even get into Megan's alleged pregnancies, let me quickly explain what criteria was used to come to the conclusion that Megan may have EDS or JHS. Normally, there are 5 basic questions asked in early diagnosis. 1. Can you now or could you ever place your hands flat on the floor without bending your knees? 2. Can you now or could you ever bend your thumb to touch your forearm? 3. As a child, could you contort your body into strange shapes, or could you do the splits? 4. As a child or teenager, did your shoulder or kneecap dislocate on more than one occasion? 5. Do you consider yourself double jointed? 4 to 5 positive answers would be a good predictor to hypermobility. I'm showing you some pictures of Meghan Markle in yoga poses on the screen. As there are obviously people who can do those who do not have EDS or JHS, it is just an example to show that Meghan is a little more bendy, stretchy, or supple than the average Joe or Susie. According to experts, it is actually her hands which are the giveaway, particularly the strange position in which she bends the thumb in certain photographs. Well, I never noticed it until now, and now everyone in my household have tried to bend their thumbs like that, and we can't. So, if Megan has even a mild form of JHS, how could she run, go on her haunches, walk on high heels during her pregnancy? Well, anything is possible, but it would have been very, very painful for her to do. Almost all women with EDS or JHS delivers early, whether naturally or by cesarean. Yet Meghan Markle was weeks overdue with Archie. It doesn't make sense. Like I said on numerous occasions before, we may not have one single thing which will prove that she did not give birth herself in a court of law. But all these many anomalies add up to us being able to say the probability is that she did not. And therefore, my friends, as the list gets longer and longer as to why she possibly did not give birth herself, the reason behind us being so forceful to obtain the truth is also becoming more plausible. And because it's more plausible, the royals as well as the Harkles will eventually start to look more and more ridiculous by not coming out with the truth and answering these valid questions. Okay, my dears, I'll be back early in the week with some more stories and entertainment. Will we ever run out of those? I doubt it. Not with the Harkles still in the news on a daily basis. But anyway, you guys have a wonderful day. Enjoy what's left of the rest of your weekend. And I'll speak to you again soon. Take good care of yourselves. Bye.